Brown guy with tattoos. I think I'm covered. We're looking for a brown guy with tattoos. Perfect.
Is that the AK day?
That was the AK day. So
chest blasted?
Chest. He just wanted.
How about this? We'll give something for the listeners. All right.
Dude, if people understood that they can get slapped at any fucking point in time, they would legitimately shut the fuck up. Fucking take the labels off of this shit. If they want to drink the bleach, drink the bleach. So day drinking, and I was like,
I caught that. I'm like, motherfucker! It's 11.
We're at
It's
work.
11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock in the morning.
Work at least.
It's 11
I
o'clock
was
in the
at work
morning.
too, but I was like, yes.
Now it's time for you to talk about blood dick.
Right.
Why the fuck were you guys talking about that before the fucking episode? Hashtag blood dick.
So awesome.
Listen, welcome to the Covert Standard. What's going on, people? That's right. You're tuned into the Covert Standard. And thanks for tuning in, by the way. I don't think we say thank you enough. So thank you, the listener, for joining us on another epic adventure. Unfortunately, this time we are missing a family member on the show right now. He actually got pretty busy, so we don't have Chase here tonight, which sucks, because I know everybody likes his banter, but, you know, it is what it is. Let me go ahead and knock out these sponsors, or a sponsor, out right now. We've got, of course, the top of the show, Dave, over at Cabal USA, cabalusa.co. That is our number one stop shop for all the right gear. You like how I mixed
Dude,
it in there?
I love this intro.
You like
this
how I
is
mixed
the
it in
best intro ever. Do not restart this.
No, that was on purpose. So anyway, everybody knows that over at Cabal USA, he's got a lot of EDC gear, and that's the market that he focuses on. And those of you who are, or it should be everybody, that believe in their freedom and their rights here, should be carrying a gun on them. And exercise your Second Amendment right to defend yourself. And he has got some pretty damn good holsters on there.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody knows, really. Just go to cabalusa.co and shop around.
Just check it out.
Even
check
if
out his
you're
website.
Even if
Shop around.
if you're Second
Shop
Amendment
around.
curious, you know, just
If you're 2A curious, are you 2A curious? Oh my God, that's an idea right there. That's an idea. I like that. Anyway, so go to cabalusa.co, and for being a listener on the show, he gives everybody 15% off on their order. That's 15. Go ahead and go on there at checkout, put Covert Standard, and you'll go ahead and get that. So
We do have T-shirts, stickers, and
if you need to get
hats.
hurricane supplies,
no,
pallets
just
of water,
stop. Just fucking stop.
generators,
Bamboo fighting sticks.
bamboo fighting sticks,
Oh
work
my
too.
fucking god!
And
I mean, they won't know unless they go on cabalusa.co.
They won't know.
If you don't
No,
see
because
it, they'll
now-
make sure you email him.
No, because now it's false advertising, and it's not okay. That is not okay.
Well,
No.
you're not advertising.
Yeah.
Well, folks, you heard it here first.
Third party bitches.
You heard it here first at Covert Standard.
Yeah.
So if you got any problems, go ahead and send us an email at covertstandardinfo or somethinginfo.com. Boom.
Doesn't even work.
Oh.
They're going to be emailing nothing. What's there to complain about? If they went there, they would know what you had.
Fair enough.
So,
Fair enough. Freedom.
These fucking debates.
Yeah, so the Democratic debates just happened.
Again.
Like,
And
we haven't
somehow
heard them enough the first time.
Somehow we've avoided talking about it. Like, have you guys watched any of the other ones?
I have.
Okay.
Okay, I can't make it too far into it because a lot of
It's so
what they
upsetting.
say is it not only is it so upsetting, but it's just bullshit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the shit that comes out of their fucking mouths is just bullshit. It's literally like an agenda. It's like they're all riding
It's a
on the
show.
same fucking bull.
It's a show.
And they're fake as fuck in
Look,
front of everybody.
To be fair, I just want to say I do like watching it from time to time just to see what the other party's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, I haven't.
And I go in there with an open mind, trying to fucking hear what they fucking got to say.
My problem.
Well, that's the thing. I try.
My problem with the Democratic debate, aside from the policy, is the same problem I have with the Republican debates. Is like none of it's substantive. Like it's all show. Like it's all fucking grandstanding. It's all let's come up with like the best 10-second zinger.
So that we can try to get as many people to follow.
Right. Not only that,
it's never like an in-depth conversation about values and
it's
like
just
where
to get a
America
clip.
should go. You know, yeah,
They
exactly.
just want the clip.
Yeah,
The
it's so
second you get
frustrating.
that clip, speaking of clips, fucking, what do we call him? Beto?
Beto.
Fucking, fuck that guy.
The Texas Dream.
I know he banned no fucking not getting my guns. That's he beat him not.
So, of course, everybody across the board on the Democratic debate, every single person was on board with the whole taking guns thing. They
Well-
just said it a different way.
Negative. Bernie, not Bernie. Excuse me. Let's redact that real quick. It's going to be fucking Biden. Biden stood up saying, no, that's a constitutional right that the United States citizens have. That poor fucker.
Biden also wrote on the fact that he got things changed. He's like, I'm the only one that battled the NRA. I'm the only one that can actually get things changed.
No,
like,
but I still want to give him credit. He's
Sure.
fucking said.
Well, okay, but I will tell you this much: I've also just a recent interview before the debates, but not much more before it. He said that because he thinks that legally he can't get it done. He said that
it's not that he doesn't want to.
Yeah, he wants those guns to be illegal. He just doesn't think confiscation could be done legally. Like I heard him say as much in an interview. What's the fucking? My mom likes one of these guys. Buttigieg. He was pretty silent on the topic.
Where every time they talked about it, he just kind of kept quiet.
But that's my problem with Buttigieg in general, is that he doesn't really say anything. Like, he only speaks in positive platitudes of like these vague ideas. He never talks about any kind of substantive policy.
Well, that's
or
what
anything.
Obama did during his time.
I mean,
going
that's his route. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's like, just vote for
Obama-
me. I'm great. I believe in all great things.
Exactly.
If you like great things, I'm your man. I'm great. Everything's great.
And yo hablo español.
Oh my god! What did he say? Into supply. What did he say? What was the word?
That's Cory Booker.
It's all of them.
Yeah. Well,
So
anyway,
it sounds the same to me because I pick pani.
he picks up pennies. So everybody knows, or at least those that are actually paying attention to the news, or paying attention to the Democratic debate, or at least paying attention to these funny fucking memes. There's a lot of them.
Oh, he got roasted.
Roasted
Beto
hard.
got roasted.
Yeah, not only that, they had an interview with him, how he fucking just switched the fucking script.
Dude.
Literally, I think it was 10 months. It was
last year, 2018.
It was last year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Last year, 10-month period. They had an interview, and he goes, no, that's the right to the fucking citizens.
If you have your AR-15, you should keep it, defend yourself. He said it. It came out of his fucking mouth.
It was in a fucking interview.
What's really funny is that like he's kind of on his way out. Like he's become his polls have been dropping, and he's at that verge of like he's about to lose to not be able to show up to the debates.
So what he did was an all-in.
Right. But the funny thing is the last person that took like his kind of position already got knocked out of the debates. It was that fucking idiot from California that was talking about how like we have nuclear weapons. Why would we be afraid?
Oh, that fucking asshole!
Yeah.
The one who threatened us with nuclear weapons. We've got nuclear weapons. We can do it. Yeah,
it was
fuck
tanks and nukes.
He was like, we've got
what's an
nukes.
AR-15 you gonna do?
What are you gonna do to us? We've got fuck that guy.
Yeah.
No, so what he did, what I found out was when you're running for a position like this, and you have those political funds come in that people can contribute to your campaign, that legally you can keep those funds after the fact, win or lose, and because there's no legal way to find out how much each person was going to get after you spent.
You can only do certain
want.
things with it, though.
Yes, but you can still take it back. So what I think, and what I'm pretty sure he's doing, is what in their world would be called the all-in move. He knows he's losing. He knows he's trailing in the polls. He knows he's not the popular one in the vote. So he went and did the all-in move, which was, I'm going to just say this to get those last bit of people to vote for me.
Pander to the extreme.
Exactly. And then mark my words, he's going to drop out here soon, or he just knows he's going to fall off. He's just going to fall off.
I don't know, dude. That was a fucking massive reaction, and that shit scared the fuck out of me. When he fucking finished saying that statement, the fucking crowd went wild.
It's one building
the
of
crowd,
people.
the crowd went wild. There's plenty of crowds that have gone wild to some ridiculous shit.
Ridiculous shit, yeah.
But that's where I'm getting at. Like, still, those are fucking voters, guys. Like, let's not fucking say those are nobodies. You know, that's where I'm getting at. Like, these are things that we should be actually keeping an eye on.
The other concerning thing to me, though, is that like that kind of sets the precedent for like that's the kind of the bar for all the other people that are like, well, I'm not going to be that extreme, but
I know how far it can go.
Right.
Well, I don't know. It seemed like that's what everybody was trying to go because Elizabeth Warren fucking looked at Biden and say, just agree. Just agree.
Right, about the Second Amendment thing.
About the Second Amendment.
Okay, so Elizabeth
question.
Warren, for those that aren't unfamiliar with her, she's career politician, California, and she's been a very avid anti-Second Amendment, anti-firearm politician her entire career.
It's California,
and
she grew up in California.
What she's put out there, I mean, she said it in the debates really clearly, like, we got to chip away at this. That's how you do it.
That's how we're going to defeat them. We got to chip away on it.
I like a registration. She word for
She
word.
said it.
I like registration.
Yes.
We can start with universal background checks.
Yes.
And she knows that because you start with universal background checks, and the only way to actually enforce it is to have a registration.
Correct.
And then from there, retroactively, you know where everything is, and then you can kind of whittle away at whatever you want.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it's very obvious what's going on. All these arguments are really crappy. So you were pulling up Beto O'Rourke's fucking criminal record.
There's more. Here's my problem, man. There's so many more problems that I feel like are so much more important than to sit here and try to chip away at our freedoms. But everybody seems to be on this bandwagon because it seems like this fire.
Okay.
Well, we deal. This is a problem with today's society. We're so fucking knee jerk reaction, and we're so emotionally involved, and we're trying to fucking make decisions with fucking emotions.
Yeah.
And let's be fucking real. 60% of the fucking gun deaths that they're using this 14,000 number.
Yeah.
This 14,000, 60% of that is fucking suicide.
Yeah.
It's fucking suicide.
Well, it's much more than 14,000. It's generally about 40,000.
It's 40,000 for the year. No, but I'm saying
Just
the
for-
14,000 that they're using for the fucking debate.
The majority of
'cause
that
they're
gun
saying
death is suicide. Is
it's
what you're
suicide.
talking about. Yeah.
It's 60%. And then
I'm sure-
for mass shootings, hold up. For
It's
mass
1%.
shootings is less than 1%.
Right.
It's in the 300 range. I think it's like 320 something. I could be wrong on that, but
No, you're right that it's less than 1%. And the majority of it is absolutely gang crime.
and it's gang crime.
And it's inner city gang crime, which is Colin Noir like actually hit it on the head on that one. I liked his what he said on it, but it's not the topic we need to focus on.
And that's where I was going to try to go on. Like the point that I'm bringing up all this information is the thing that we need to work on is legitimately mental health.
Yeah, that's
Instead
where
of,
everything
instead
needs to
of
be
trying to fucking take away a lot of fucking shit, let's implement things on fucking. Hey, it does seem like we do have a mental health problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and how do we fucking take care of it? Look, to be honest, I don't fucking have the answer because if I did, I would have been fucking sitting in front of the TV.
That's where they got the whole red flag thing from, which I don't agree with either.
Okay.
But we have Baker acting. Like that's a thing.
Right.
That's a fucking
You can
thing.
already do
But
that. You can already say, listen,
you gotta
this guy's
have friends.
fucking losing his fucking
You
mind.
got to have friends and family that actually keeps in touch with you.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the
or
thing.
act a fool in public. But so Intellectuals in Society, book by Thomas Sowell. I'm a big fan of Thomas Sowell. You can read any of his books, but that was a book that I was kind of perusing recently, and I think that he really hits the nail on the head in that book, talking about like why are they focusing on gun control? It's because these idiots think that they have the answer. It's really like when
It boils down to I know how to fix this, at least a problem.
I 100% agree with you, Dillon, and I barely do that from a day-to-day thing. Like with that fucking statement, 100%. These fools fucking think and they come out like, I'm a fucking genius. We got fucking morons creating these fucking laws.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what
He's
it is.
talking about, I forgot the whole structure. Like there's basically two different types of intelligence.
Yeah. They're extremes, bro.
Right. Well, like there's like basically, if you can call it, to really dumb it down, it'd be like book smarts versus street smarts.
Yep.
But like essentially like you know what to do in theory, but in practice, if it fails, you actually learn something. So the people that have failed before have a little bit more intelligence than the people that have thought about it versus actually
You
done
have to
it.
fail. Yeah.
Right.
And not only that, the United States have fucking been helping other countries deal with fucking firearms, okay? To overthrow. Let's fucking use Libya with fucking Gaddafi.
Arm
Who
them, go
the
through.
fuck helped the public to fucking overthrow that fuck? Who did that? The United States government. We came in, we fucking supplied them with firearms, they took it over.
We've done that so
and
many times.
We do that,
too.
but from country to country, dude.
Yeah.
We fucking do it. Tell me why the fuck are we gonna fucking all of a sudden pretend that none of that shit ever happened? All this is history.
Well, I mean, that's even more scary because if you look at what happened to that country and they armed a certain group of people, you know, to make that happen.
Imagine if they-
wrong
and it
fucking
turns out it
group
was
of
wrong.
people.
But that's the
Right.
thing. You don't know because, again, we have free will.
We have
So-
a free fucking market.
No, well,
Everybody can spend their dollar whatever they want.
What I mean by
Yeah.
free will as humans,
Yeah.
you know, you get caught in that fucking bloodline or
Uh-huh.
you get caught in that fucking combat. Let's go with that.
Okay.
You fucking start thinking a little bit different. Your mind starts wandering off with some fucking crazy ideas, especially with a little bit of power. and it fucking happens. Am I right? When a fucking E6 all of a sudden gets fucking chipped to an E7, what the fuck happens? All of a sudden his shit don't stink? Get the fuck out of here.
It happens all the time like that, yeah.
And so what
Bad
makes you think
leadership's
it's
a really easy
and
and
it's-
common thing.
and why is it
that
not
happens
going to
in any
happen?
industry too, though.
Yeah.
Like it does not necessarily military, but yeah,
But
it's
I think
really
it's
bad in the military.
I think it's
bad
a
in the
bad
military?
because it's forced. Because they know with rank comes responsibility. They know the power comes with it. So as soon as
It's
they pick it up,
power
they're like,
of authority.
boom, and then
it's power of authority.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Absolutely.
And then, especially with countries that don't have much of a structure,
Yeah.
what's going to happen?
People are going to be followers, and people are going to be leaders.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
So, but I wanted to point out that the United States has been fucking supplying other countries' peoples to overthrow the fucking bad government many, many years. And this shit has been going on since I've been fucking alive. This is happening during our lives.
Yeah.
Like we're in our fucking 30s and this happened and
Multiple
not a lot of
times.
people, multiple times. And I'm just using one example.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and what I was stemming off of what you're saying, what I was saying at the beginning, that's not the issue I want fixed. You know, that's not
the
an issue
guns?
to me.
The gun
That's not
thing?
an issue I want
no,
fixed.
what
Well,
I want fixed
I'd like to
is
see it
mental
fixed,
health.
but it's not going to
Mental
be
health.
fixed through gun legislation.
Exactly.
The interview from Thomas Sowell, I fucking quoted you the quote from it of the interview I was watching. I fucking was just dying laughing. And he was asked about gun control and like how he felt about it. And he's like, gun control is basically OSHA for burglars.
Yes.
All you're doing is making it a safer industry to go rob people.
Yeah, that's literally what you're doing. You're making it. You're creating a more sheep, so that way the wolves can just come in and fucking
He
eat the
was
sheep.
like, when,
Fellas,
when
I'm just going to make a new shirt now saying gun control is OSHA.
It's OSHA.
Do you want more of that?
he was talking about like
This is
burglars
how
in
you
England.
climb a ladder. That's how you hold a ladder.
Is like if someone's going to steal something out of a house in America, they case it, they watch it, they want to make sure that the person's not home, and then they break in.
Yes.
In England, they just break in.
They just break in. They walk
because
the
they
fuck
know
in your
they're not
house.
going to get shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I want motherfuckers to know that. Hey, listen, I will shoot you. Like, don't get the fuck
and
out of my
think about
house.
that.
You know?
If you're a gang, and like all it takes is three of us. I don't care if the guy's big. We can fucking beat the
100%.
shit out of
Three
him.
people,
100%.
and that's dude. That's what's happening. It's all over the news. You can see all the videos.
Yeah.
Especially
they're
because-
in threes or fours or fives,
Yeah,
and they
you
go
got-
in and they have the intent to do harm.
Yeah,
They're not going to come in there and be like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were home. No,
Hold up.
No.
Hold up. You mean to tell me fucking law-breaking motherfuckers are here to do harm?
Yes, they are actually. That they are.
Shut the front door
they're
and
there
call
for a
me
couple-
Jimmy.
But
Jesus.
that's what people think. I don't understand how they don't get that. They don't get that at all.
Violence is something that's just totally foreign, and it won't happen to them.
Oh my God. You just reminded me of something that like shit that happens in the military all the fucking time, especially with fucking embassies. The motherfuckers in embassies really fucking treat the military like shit because they really make us feel like we are ruining their relationship with that country.
Right.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's never the case. Motherfucker, I'm here to protect your ass, and all of a sudden you're fucking upset with me just because I told you can't talk to Jihad? Like, well, let's call him Jimmy, because that was pretty fucked up.
Let's call him Jimmy.
Yeah, my bad. No, I don't want you talking to Jimmy because we're fucking on high threat alert right now. Let's say DEFCON 4. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
Is that a movie?
I don't know. Am I fucking boring you, Dillon? Come on, man. Have a little
That
bit
was
more
a
respect.
really heavy
On the
fucking
fucking mic, dude. All right. I'll make it short.
That was awesome.
Jesus fucking Christ. So,
Oh. he even had the lip smack at the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
what the fuck? Jesus. I started talking about military.
He
fucking
pissed all
embassies.
over
Yeah.
your conversation.
Fucking embassies.
100%.
No,
100%.
no. I get
No,
what
it's
you mean.
just they have no fucking idea that beyond the fucking gates there is fucking war, and they literally have no fucking concept. So bringing it back full circle, you got these fucking politicians that have never seen a fucking gunfight in the street.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking scary.
They've never seen.
They've never seen violence.
Real violence, yeah.
They've never seen what actual poverty is in other countries.
No.
Yet alone, we have it here, but nobody wants to fucking visit that
You
town.
have to leave the country to see it.
You see it-
but you can actually see it in our own inner
Backyard.
Yes, but they don't go there. It's always known as the plate. Don't go there. You don't go
What
down that
happened
way.
to California with this whole fucking homeless fucking shit?
Oh.
They got syringes
hold
and
on.
shit being all over
Yeah,
fucking
that's a
place.
whole nother
So
subject. But before we move on, I will that is a prevalent thing in that community, in the community that disagrees with us, is that violence is something that, like, if you know about it, you're inviting it, like to have.
I didn't want to bug you, Dylan. I just interrupted him as he interrupted me.
Are you good with this, or do you want the?
Yeah, let me get the fucking holy water because this is your stuff, man. I feel bad.
Why are you feeling bad?
All right. I'll get it. You already got it out. All right, Dylan's back on,
All right,
folks.
sorry
About that.
Sorry.
Interrupting for a beer.
All right. Well, it's
This
important.
is a beer intermission.
It's in.
Brought to you by CabalUSA.co.
Hey,
But they really feel like if you learn about violence, you're inviting violence somehow. Like,
You can't just pretend it doesn't fucking exist.
well, the thing is that there's
If I cover my eyes at night with my blanket, the boogeyman's not going to come get me.
There's
That's literally their fucking
a
logic.
hint of truth to it. There's not. That's obviously false, but there's a hint of truth to it, i.e., something like what happened with the Zimmerman shooting. You know, that guy.
explain, elaborate.
That guy was walking the neighborhood, saw something that looked suspicious, went back to his house, grabbed a gun, and then went and tried to confront the dude. Right? Everybody smelled like, hey, you got in a deadly altercation that you basically caused the altercation with someone that wasn't breaking the law or doing anything wrong.
100%.
Right. So whether that's a whole nother conversation, whether he did anything right or wrong.
Yeah, I just
that.
wanted to make sure that's what you wanted to talk about.
But what I'm just bringing it back to is the idea that, you know, because you're into this world, you're being more confrontational than you normally wouldn't be, and that causes more violence within your own life and in everybody's reality.
Understood.
You know, like,
Yeah.
So there are examples of that being true. The mass majority are you wanted to go to the fucking gas station or go to the movie or go to school or whatever else, and random violence found you. And unlucky you weren't looking for it, you did nothing wrong, but evil exists in this world.
Absolutely. Like, fuck, we see it with animals, and if you don't think that the motherfuckers will do it with animals and they won't do it to fucking kids, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, for example, little fucking baby, broken leg, you know, and if it wasn't for, you know, the police department showing up and fucking finding out through a fucking, what was it, an anonymous tip, baby would have been fucking still with the broken leg right today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was a fucking toddler, man.
No, I was an infant.
Infant.
Yeah, I mean,
infant. This is for the folks. It's just
Evil exists.
It's out there, and you cannot fucking sleep on that shit, dude, man. Like, there's a reason why people carry knives. There's a reason why you fucking go to jiu-jitsu. There's a reason why you try to be a little bit fit than the day before.
Survival of the most fit, man. Everybody seems
Survival
to
of the
forget
fittest.
survival of the most fit. I'll explain that later. Why I had Steve Ball. Do you remember Steve Ball?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Worked with us a long time ago. Marine, big dude. We went over this, and he explained something to me, and it kind of changed my way of, instead of survival of the fittest, it's survival of the most fit. And I'll explain later. But anyway,
You're just going to leave it like that for the audience?
yes, because it takes way too long to go over it.
It's a whole other tangent. Got it.
Yeah, it's a whole other tangent.
I'll bring it back at the end.
So everybody seems to forget that society, in the aspect, the real society out there, that there is real evil. Okay, there is real dangerous people. There's real dangerous tendencies. There are dangerous situations. There are dangerous objects. There are dangerous things. There are people that aren't right in the head that want to do violence. There are people that are lonely at home that just have to get out there and say something. You know, there's so many different aspects. I can go over 100,000 different ways.
I think that the evil part is the sticking point for me.
Yeah.
Because a lot of liberal people recognize that there's danger, but they can sit there and kind of justify all this danger of, like, well, you know, gang members are shooting each other, but it's because you're in that gang life. You know, like, if you weren't trying to buy drugs or sell drugs, then you wouldn't have got shot by that person trying to steal from the drug dealer. And then, that kind of mentality versus, you know, a random person can just be fucking out to look to harm someone. Someone
There are psychotic fucking people out there.
There is fucking evil out there, and I think that there's a genuine denial of evil within the other kind of side, politically.
Talking about denial. you know, we do have a problem with the fucking military, and I'm pretty sure this goes with the law enforcing officers as well, LEOs, where if you have a problem with something, like when it comes to like psyche,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to confront it because you get called out like as a fucking pussy. Am I right?
Weakness. Something.
Am I
yes,
right?
as a weakness, as a
you're
pussy.
gonna be
or-
a weak fuck, and I don't fucking trust you anymore because I don't think you'll fucking be able to fucking pull the trigger now.
Not
And
only that,
immediately,
though.
just you get labeled like that,
Yes.
like on the fucking spot.
Not only just that, though, same thing what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's also, you're labeled as, oh shit, you've got a problem. And now it's like a weird situation now.
Yeah,
Instead
nobody-
of trying to help or talk about it,
So-
it's like, oh, I don't want to talk to this guy
And,
anymore.
and
He's
I
fucking-
think that's what the situation is with today's society on why we avoid the whole mental health talk is because sometimes we don't want to talk about it because of how either society treats us immediately
Yeah.
or B, your fucking coworkers when you come out and fucking say shit like that.
Yeah.
You know?
I
And
feel
this
like,
goes across the fucking board. I've seen it a lot where one guy will fucking go through some trauma and then you're like, dude, what the fuck? You're like,
Yeah.
what, are you serious right now? And then they start backpedaling like, oh, no, I guess it was just like, and you're like, no. Like, let's fucking talk about it. I'm just making sure you're 100%
right.
saying what you mean.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes we just say shit and we take it with a grain of salt and see if somebody fucking picks it up. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah.
And I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's a conversation to fucking
What
have.
you're talking about seems like it rings true, but I also feel like maybe it's my own blinders of like, I don't think of things that way. So therefore the world doesn't think about things that way. So like when you were saying that, like immediately it was like, man, what is he fucking talking about? I don't really see that.
Well,
but
that
and then
happens
I
with-
thought about it for a second and said, you know what, you're probably totally right. Like it's one of those things where like my career is involving guns.
Yeah.
Everything I think and talk about and breathe is different firearms, different gear, different everything involved with it. And then I go fucking talk to a normie, you know, someone that
you
Fucking love it.
normies out there.
I
and
fucking love it.
I'm on another fucking planet. So
Yeah, you're in fucking Pluto. You're like, this planet doesn't exist, sir.
I had to check myself.
you
So I,
normies.
and I'm a weird motherfucker. I go down all kinds of different rabbit holes. And so like when you talk about like mental health and people having, you know, struggling with real issues, I don't stigmatize them in my head at all. Like I recognize that there are kind of multiple depths that you can go into, and some of them are pretty wild with mental health. You know, some of them, you get to some severe schizophrenics. That's a whole nother level versus depression and phobias and that kind of stuff. And
So
yeah,
I don't like to bring up the bad, along with what you're saying, the whole
Right.
mental health thing.
right,
There are people out there that legitimately, there's no barrier, there's no blockage in their minds. The difference between being safe and calm versus I want to kill this person. There are people out there that don't have that mental blocker, that literally just want to harm somebody with their bare hands, with the car, with the bottle, with poison.
That
It's a
happens when they
crazy
do
fucking
it
thing.
once. That's the thing, dude. Like once they get that one serving, sometimes they motherfuckers get the itch.
You ever seen a kid, and I actually know
What?
somebody. You ever seen a kid like burn an anthill with a magnifying glass?
Who didn't fucking do that?
Okay, how about the one that stepped further and wanted to see the anatomy of a lizard and just start ripping it apart? in
Who
pieces?
didn't do that?
How about going to the neighborhood cat?
Nope.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the barrier. Like everybody had a curiosity, but
Well,
then you start going to
for the listeners,
the cat,
Dillon
the dog.
fucking looked at me when I was saying, "What about the lizard?" He's like, "Hold up."
It's a curiosity tendency. You don't have the blocker of thinking, oh, let me nurture this thing. I
So,
want to do this.
The best thing that
I
I
knew-
nurtured was a fucking pig. I had to fucking kill it.
I knew kids that literally saw neighborhood cats and wanted to torture them. Like in
Yeah.
their
That's-
mind,
Yeah.
that's me growing up.
And that
I
do-
knew some kids that that in their mind they were like, I want to catch it so I want to try to rip its leg off. What? Like
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like how do you even have that moral compass to want to do that shit?
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a good
it's-
point.
it-
You know,
it
I was
is.
just about to say something. I feel like it's going to be something you'll totally disagree with. Everybody,
It's
here.
fine. That's what it's for.
I disagree.
Bring it up. Bring it up. Don't hold back.
If we're thinking of the realm of mass shooters, I don't think it's a mental health issue.
Okay, I can
Go.
back up on this because I was about to touch base on that.
Yeah.
So the mass shooting,
Is it a fad? Are you going to go that route?
No,
No,
it's not a
okay.
fad.
I don't think so.
Well, there's that's one route that a lot of people go to.
So I think it's an ideology / the disconnect from society. I don't think I have trouble, at least in my mind, associating that with actual what I consider mental health issues. You know, things.
You think it's a social issue?
Things like depression, things like social, schizophrenia, or intense anxiety or paranoia. I don't think that the mass shooters necessarily suffer from any of those things. I think it's
hold on.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. They all, not all of them.
So far,
all of them linked together had a common thing about them.
except for one. I think there was only one.
Well, also the same.
If I'm thinking the same thing that
the
you're
ones that weren't
about to
labeled
say.
the ones that weren't labeled terrorist, the ones that were labeled mass shooters, not
Okay.
terrorist.
Okay.
Because the terrorist ones weren't part of this group as well.
We're talking about mass shooters right now.
They
Hit me.
all had been diagnosed or they were taking
I got
some
something
sort
different.
of medication. What is it? Mood?
SSRIs.
Yes.
Okay, so
Which links it to. I'm not saying it always links it to that, but it links to a mental issue.
all right. So
Yeah,
now that you say that,
Okay,
That's why.
I got a lot to say about that.
That's why I would say
Go
that
ahead.
it
So-
would be mental.
the link connection that I fucking seen. So that's your link connection.
There's another one. There's a couple. Actually.
To me, the biggest one that fucking sticks out and makes a lot of sense to me, talking about their social lives doesn't make fucking sense. Okay, they have social issues.
Mhm.
A lot of it is all the mass shooters. You can look this up. All the mass shooters, except for one, had one parent.
Yep.
Single family home.
Single
Family home.
Those two things that you were about to talk about are both true. The SSRIs and single parents.
Yeah. And
I
the
didn't
thing
have
that
I didn't have both parents. At
yeah,
once.
I didn't have both parents either, but we're not
There's
white.
a lot of
so
there's a lot of single parent individuals out there. That doesn't make you a mass shooter.
no,
there's
that's
a
the link.
I know.
That's
I
all
know.
I'm saying.
But here's the thing: a lot of people on our SSRIs.
Not all of them are.
Correct.
I know.
A lot. No. I just mean a lot of people in general are on SSRIs. That doesn't result in mass shootings like this either. I would say that just because someone's on an SSRI doesn't necessarily mean that they have a legitimate mental health issue.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. All right. So instead of saying everybody that's on SRI has a mental issue, how about everybody that has a specific mental issue will get put on an SRI? Can we say that? That would be a treatment for a certain type of mental issue. They would be put on an SSRI.
I'm not a doctor, but I see where you're getting at.
I think that mental
That's-
health professionals misdiagnose issues with people, and that's their solution.
I'm actually, it's funny. I'm literally doing that in health law right now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about malpractice and all that shit right now.
So
I mean,
yeah.
to me, I would really equate it to ADHD.
okay,
Kids,
fair enough.
Kids having ADHD. All of a sudden, massively, every fucking kid that doesn't enjoy school has ADHD, and they all need to be fucking prescribed.
Isn't that amazing?
Cocaine.
It used to be Ritalin.
We should give them all
Yeah.
cocaine.
Now it's fucking Adderall.
Vyvanse or something like that.
I think that SSRIs are an equivalent of there are things that people need to change about their lifestyle and their life. There's nothing wrong chemically in their brain. They have things missing in their lives.
Correct.
And,
Okay.
And rather than addressing that, they just say, well, you have a mental health issue. Take this drug. And of course, the drug doesn't fucking solve the problem because the problem's not actually a
it's
chemical
actually-
problem.
Would you not agree that
It's blanking. It's putting a blanket over it.
Would you not
it's
agree that the
hiding
fact that they went to the step to actually do a mass shooting not be considered a mental issue?
No.
No?
Would you consider someone that's a terrorist to kill someone have to be
They're
a mental?
fucking no.
Does that have to be a mental health issue?
You're right because they have a belief behind it. That most of
Good
them
point.
are doing
Right.
it because
Good
of
point.
And
religion.
if you
because of religion, race, or some sex, or
if
something
you
like that.
read the manifestos of these shooters, most of them have an actual reason why they did it. Too.
yeah, okay. I digress. Yes,
So-
you're right.
I
Now,
do want to defend the single parent thing.
Okay.
Okay, so again, 90% of them, it does come with the way individuals are raised in families and whatnot. So, I know this is not gonna sound too fucking. What's the word I'm trying to fucking look for here?
Politically correct.
well, we're not fucking PC from the start.
PC.
Nice. But it's not going to sound very nice.
I want to say it could be I don't want to say race, but it could be culture. It's a culture thing.
Sure.
Because I do know me being raised as in a single family home.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, she fucking had a bunch of family and friends that fucking pitched in to help out to fucking take care of us.
Sure.
There's a bunch of friends that I grew up with that had only their mom around, but without a father figure.
Right.
The whole not having a father figure showing what the fucking how to properly act, as a gentleman growing up really is a fucking burden for the individual.
Single parents are on average bad for fucking everything.
Yeah.
And this is saying something we're all fucking from single
family homes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but like if you're going to pay attention to like every kind of life, whatever you want to call it, things that you want in a good life, best education, best income, best,
exactly,
lowest rates of incarceration, lowest rates of trouble with the law in general.
I'm going to talk about personal experience.
All of that stuff jumps up when you deal with single parents.
So my mom, she tried her best to fucking, put a roof over her head, fucking feed us and all that shit. We had hot dogs and macaroni as dinner for fucking almost.
Don't you knock.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying.
Macaroni and cheese and hot dogs, motherfucker.
You've done it too.
I love macaroni and cheese and hot dogs.
That someone hears that and they think that that's somehow an assault on, like, the single parent. Like, because that's true, somehow that's like saying that.
That's what I was trying to get at is that they're not home trying to raise the kid anymore.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to get at. That they're not home showing them the ways of how to properly treat a woman. For guys,
I think both parents can contribute something,
and that's what
from
they
the
do.
other person. Yes.
Exactly.
When you only have one side, I get what you're saying.
If you have
you're
one
lacking.
side, you're
like
something.
It's like men and women are different, and they both have value.
What?
Yeah.
But there's more than one gender. There's 300,000.
Shut the fuck up. Jesus.
Okay, hold on. But okay, so going along with what you said, who was the representative or the person that spoke on that talk show that had all the rappers and everything with them that she said it's the fatherless homes that are the issue in America?
I think you're thinking of Ann Coulter. She's she's a political pundit. That's the only one I can think of.
But I mean, I don't know anything about her except for that one speech she said, and I couldn't agree more. She
skinny white lady with blonde hair.
No, she's ethnic of sorts. I don't know what exactly.
Coulter.
I don't know. I don't
you
know
mean
exactly.
She had color? No, not.
I don't know exactly where she's from, so I don't want to overstep that.
Right.
But anyway, she literally says the problem we have in America is a fatherless home, and that those numbers keep going up.
Candace Owens,
yearly basis.
No, it's an ongoing topic, and you're absolutely right
and
on
it's
that.
Actually,
I did agree on that.
It's
the whole
an actual
fatherless home does give.
There's
the
a
guys,
lot of fucking problems.
It gives the guys that are being raised in that home a little bit of a disadvantage because they fucking are emotional.
Saying that women
you don't
all that
have
shit.
anybody teaching you how to be a man.
Yes. Yeah. And it's not that women can't do a good job. I mean, because God rest their souls.
Women teach you how to be a man.
But that's what you're lacking. Exactly what you're lacking is that they're not learning that attribute from whatever that at home.
I fucking love my mom, and she worked her ass off and did everything she could do to provide. I really am thankful for my childhood. I think I had it pretty damn good compared to a lot of people. But what I was lacking was I didn't have anybody to teach me how to be a fucking man. I had two older brothers. My oldest brother got it the fucking worst. He has it the worst. He still struggles with that shit. He's in his fucking 40s trying to figure his life out.
Yeah.
And that's where I was going to do full circle there. Mm-hmm. It ends up hindering the child in the future. And in that child, let's say that now he's a man, that individual, I'm not going to use him as an example. I'm going to use my cousin. He grew up being fucking single, like single family home too. He fucking ends up getting a baby mama, can't fucking work it out. All of a sudden, he stopped paying fucking child support and all that shit. What the fuck happens?
Somehow you just feel like it's acceptable.
Exactly. Because you grew up
I feel like
that being acceptable.
I've taken it a whole nother...
listeners right now that are like, I could do it.
Yeah.
I could definitely do this.
And vice versa, by the way. Like, if you're a female, like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, women have value too. Like, someone that's raised by a man only
and not a woman
is missing something.
Yeah, they're not going to know how to fucking clean a house.
Well,
I'm kidding.
Wow. Oh my
Hey, I gotta
God.
lighten it up. This shit got fucking real quick.
So okay, I think
sorry.
you can learn attributes from two different styles of people, right? Men and women. You can learn these styles from it. I think that a woman could potentially do both and vice versa, but there technically is something missing out of it. I could agree with you that there's something missing on it. Now, let me ask you this then. This is going to go through that touchy subject things.
Oh.
Well, what if we get rid of the man in one or the woman in one, but there's two partners raising, like two women raising one child, two men raising one child?
I feel like that's a more interesting question.
Yeah, I really don't know, but it does give you different decision making,
right?
And perspectives,
right?
And it shows how to actually contemplate each other's ideas, and then when you actually meet into an agreement, what is that called?
So is the partnership what's missing, or is it the simple fact that we don't have a nuclear family which consists of one man and one woman?
You're basically gay.
That's what my question.
Hold on.
I can't answer that.
Let me just bring us back down to something a little bit more serious. Fred, you're basically
I'm not
gay.
Joking.
You're basically gay for
Somebody
Chase. All right. So,
and he
Just
wanted to know if he can raise the kid.
So can me and Chase?
if you and Chase are raising a daughter, hold on. I want you to think about this. This is serious. All right. So
Freddy is turning fucking purple right now.
What?
Oh my God! I've never seen this before.
What's it like to be an 8-year-old girl? Right? So, like,
She's
I'm
gonna
not
be
saying,
the baddest ass motherfucking female raised on this earth.
You're not going to be able to raise an 8-year-old girl like other 8-year-old girls.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have the perspective of what it was like to be an 8-year-old girl.
I can already see it now.
She is
They're like,
going to be.
I want her to be in tactical classes. No,
All the time.
I want her to do CrossFit.
She's gonna have the judo throws
She's
down.
gonna do judo throws down. She's gonna be a fucking sniper. I'm gonna fucking teach her jiu-jitsu. She's gonna be.
She's gonna be over there
valid.
sharpening crayons.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's gonna be the back of the classroom, just fucking sharpening a crayon because somebody said to
I
her.
like markers. I like colored pencils. They make better weapons.
So basically, what I'm trying to ask you guys is if me and Chase decide to hook up.
So yeah, I would say,
Can we raise that girl
whether
right?
you're talking about a gay couple, as in male or female, ultimately they would be lacking in some degree. I think ultimately, though, two gay people raising a child is probably better than a single person.
Raising a child,
Yeah.
because the partnership, each one of them could take on
Take
that
on
role.
something.
Yeah.
Take on
I'm
a
not
sign.
going to get the whole fucking. It's not God. It was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Not, you know
I'm
what?
not
I
going
think it's.
that route on it,
I
but-
think we're way past that
Right,
shit. To
right,
be honest
right.
with you, we're
Well,
way past it.
Some people are stuck on it still.
Yeah,
So,
they are.
Yeah, they're dying soon.
God, as he's looking at his watch, and they're dying soon. Only time will
Listen,
tell.
I'm not against moving forward. You know, I'm not against moving forward.
As
I
long
think
as
progression's a thing. I think.
Look, I'm sorry.
I think we
I'm
should all grow.
Progressives are just scary.
I'm against a motherfucker telling me, stop telling your dog, good girl. You don't know what
Okay,
gender she
don't-
identifies as.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that
get
shit
the
pisses
fuck
me off.
outta here.
That's not what I'm talking about at all.
Is
That
a dog
pisses
talking
me
to
off.
you? Are you a dog whisperer? Are you Dr. Doodle and you didn't want to fucking open a practice and all of a sudden you're telling everybody how you should treat your animals? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I miss Chase. I'm gonna call Chase now. I gotta tell him that we can be together now.
But full circle, I think 2 is better than 1.
Yeah.
Due to
Well, I mean, to bring it back to what we were originally talking about with the mass shooters thing, like I think that there's something deeper there, that it's not necessarily a mental health issue.
Really?
I think it's a societal and cultural issue. I think that there's repercussions for denying culture. Like it is literally, like, if you're a white dude, which not all of these, but most of them are, if you're a white dude, it's literally bad to say anything positive about your fucking culture. Like, you can't talk positively about white culture in America.
because they always immediately
What are you,
link
some
it.
kind of white supremacist?
Yeah, they link it to white supremacy. Yeah,
It's got to go to the extremes, because we all recognize the extremes for what they are. They're fucking terrible. But, like, there's like black cultural appreciation. There's Hispanic culture appreciation. You know, the Mexicans have days to celebrate. Not only like officially, but like unofficially too.
There's Filipino
like quinceañeras.
Okay, so what you really want is just a white month.
There is not Filipino. We
there
just,
is one.
No, we just party all the time.
No, you guys party Christmas in September.
What do you think?
What is wrong with you, motherfuckers?
We party all the time.
From September to December, it's all fucking Christmas. Straight up, fucking Christmas lights. If you see Christmas lights on a house, I'm telling you, knock on a door and then greet the Filipino like, I want to party with you guys.
Just that.
I don't have this idea flushed out, and I don't know what it really looks like. But I feel like, in the past, white people didn't mean what it means now. Like, there were fucking Polish people and English people and Irish people and Germans and fucking and now it's all this amalgamation of like this. Just fucking
one
nothing.
Thing. Yeah, just one
right.
thing.
And so people get lost in that. And I think that has some connection to some negative repercussions. And is it the sole factor? Definitely not. Absolutely not. But, there's something more going on that's making people want to just go shoot everybody up other than I happen to have a mental health issue. Like mass violence like this is fairly unique, and maybe I'm ignorant in saying so. I'm trying to think of through history.
My opinion about the whole mass violence thing in general, a lot of it is just not understanding how other people think. They really think that their idea is the best idea and nobody else's idea is correct, and not understanding that there's different fucking points of views is what really I'm noticing that there's people like that just don't want to fucking hear it. They don't want to fucking hear it. They don't want to fucking even if there's facts behind it. If it's factual, they're like, nah.
Especially if there's some sort of ideology attached to their beliefs, they'll hold on to them. If you present them with evidence, they are just going to double down on their beliefs.
AKA Antifa.
That's not a joke. That's real.
That is 100% real.
I think when you came off and said that it's a social problem, and the reason why I jump on that, I agree with that probably more. So I still think mental is part of it.
I'm not saying it's not a factor, but I mean,
social being an issue, having social issues, like person that can't get along in public, can't get along with somebody else, gets picked on, gets bullied, or
that could be part of it, but I don't buy it.
Well, recently there's been an arrest made. I don't want to drop any news on this or whatever, not because then everybody's just going to jump on the fact that it was, they were going to use this, and that.
Right.
Where a young girl threatened to kill a specific amount of people. Like, I don't care. I'm going to kill them all.
Right.
And it's because, and I'm telling you, it's because it was a social issue. For some reason, they've developed this thought process where it's like, okay, well, if I can't fit in here, nobody can. It's like, it's weird. It's like a weird.
I mean, there's definitely
maybe it's a different term of mental.
There's like maybe an anarchist mindset of like my life is shit and my life is chaos and I want everybody else's life to be like that.
To feel like Mike, I want you to feel my chaos.
That's a real thing. But like reading this fucking piece of shit from what was the last one in Texas, El Paso. He was doing it with fucking like geopolitical reasons in mind, like. Thinking
he was protecting something, maybe.
Yeah, he was protecting all Americans, not like white Americans, like all Americans.
Yep,
and also helping stop the furthering of global warming. Like that was behind some of his ideas on why he was doing what he's doing. Like that doesn't strike me as someone that is just terribly antisocial and doesn't understand, like the Columbine kind of thing of like, man, if the right person would have just came along and made friends with him, that would have changed everything. Like, I don't think that that's necessarily true for a lot of these shooters.
I think a lot, maybe.
And of course, it's complex because like
they're not
all the same. They're not all the same.
Exactly. Exactly. Every situation, there's so many fucking details that we all miss. And thing is, it's too complex. It is, but. To be honest, let's just go back. Don't fucking start with the guns.
It doesn't solve anything.
It's not.
It really doesn't solve anything.
If it was a solution,
it hinders the law-abiding citizens more than anything.
We'll have more deaths. You do this, you will have more deaths.
You will not get rid of the guns out there. You will not do it.
Yeah, it's already being bought illegally. So What about
See,
the war on drugs?
If it solved
What
solved the issue, then maybe I would have.
The other
jumped
thing,
on it.
like the number that people have said, like the stated numbers of how many guns are out
Yeah.
there, I feel like it's the same fucking number that are thrown out there when I was in high school.
They don't know.
Which tells me that they're wildly fucking off.
Yes.
There's way more guns than
Dude,
people. There's
the
not 300
CIA.
million. There has got to be fucking way more than 300 million guns.
I'm not
in
going
this
to tell you how
country.
many I got in my house, but you know what I'm saying? I got more than one.
Well, just think.
I have 300 million of them.
Well, just think about the fucking manufacturers that are just constantly pumping out guns. Guns don't fucking expire.
They don't expire.
Like, unless they're really shittily made guns that have just been abused to shit. Like the rate of which guns dissolve, or no longer functioning firearms in this country is got to be like, I don't know what, 500 to 1. 500 guns are produced to every one that goes that is no longer a functioning
and
gun.
most of the time it's going to be the polymer. So
I also love that they throw out statistics like it's an actual number. They just love 90% of Americans agree with us.
Yeah.
Not really.
Did you see that
90% of
newest poll
Americans?
that they fucking put out there about should Americans carry concealed? And then the options were it is what is it? It is a Second Amendment right, and then the other one's no, and then the other one is sure only if it's to defend themselves. Those were the only options.
Only if
yeah. But guess what went fucking top 90%? I think it was like 92% last time I looked at it.
Uh-huh.
It's a Second Amendment right.
Yeah.
I think it was MSBC or MBC. I fucking forgot what the fucking major fucking news channel fucking did that shit.
But yeah, it
was 92%.
Completely contradicts what
on
they had
what
said.
their numbers are.
They were like 90% of Americans agree with us that we need to get rid of weapons.
Dude,
no,
it's
we
like,
don't.
It's like
Fuck
they're
you.
fucking saying during Bernie's campaign.
They should be charged.
The crowd is fucking wild here,
Yeah,
and then you look.
there's like 3 people.
There's like 4 people in the stands.
They should be charged for false advertisement.
It's not false advertisement if they're not selling anything.
They're selling themselves.
But
That's prostitution.
Are you paying?
They should be. Yeah, it's prostitution.
It was prostitution to the people that are actually donating for their campaign. Those are the hoes in the fucking...
Those are the hoes, ladies.
Beto.
Those are the hoes.
You a hoe.
Use a hoe.
Yeah. You go 10 months ago, you're like all about the fucking constitutional right.
Yeah, man.
And then all
like,
of a sudden,
he's such a fucking
we
fickle
take
person.
in your fucking AR-15s and AK-47s, and then the beat drops. Boom, ba boom, ba boom.
That video that you posted, bro, I'm not going to lie. I've watched it a few times. It was hilarious. You are not going to take this. You will never get this. You will never get
La 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 la.
la 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 la. That shit had me fucking rolling.
Love it.
But
it's so good.
But yeah, man.
The irony of the fact that guy is super anti-gun.
Well,
he was super pro gun like 10 months ago.
No, he's talking about fucking Bruno.
The guy who plays the actor. He is super anti-gun.
Yeah,
I love that they're using him.
Yeah. But it's the line. It's a clip. It's all about the sound clip, baby.
It's all about the sound clip. Yeah,
it's all about the sound clip.
He probably just got popular again. Like he got famous again.
Yeah,
off of
they brought him back.
Borat never went away.
No,
I called him Bruno.
I
It is
remember
Borat. My
what's
bad.
his name? Ali G.
Yeah.
West side is the
my
best. East side is
God.
the best. Like, that was my favorite. He rolled around with gold chains, and he's always walking around like, that was
Fucking
my
Ali
favorite.
G show.
Yeah, he had a show.
Yeah, that was the
I forgot about that.
BBC aired on HBO back in the day.
He had like those orange glasses with a FUBU hat.
He had all kinds of different characters that he would do.
That was rude.
Borat was by far the pinnacle of anything he ever did. Though.
Oh my God, yeah.
The movie.
The
Now,
movie.
the character that he did on his show was pretty good too, but like
The
Borat,
movie?
he never had a movie again that was as good as Borat.
Yeah. Well, the opener is what fucking killed it. No, I'm kidding. It's fucking it's intense.
The fucking naked wrestling scene in the middle of it's pretty intense too.
God. I forgot about that.
The naked wrestling
God
scene.
damn.
Yes,
The fat
where they had
guy.
the black bar. The bar, like the black bar was like covering him, and he was like running after them. That shit was hilarious. That had me rolling.
No. So fucking Beto, let's go over his fucking arrest record. So this
fucking
motherfucker,
piece of shit.
there's a reason why he wants to take y'all guns, folks.
Oh,
Let's
God.
go over it.
You just turn into fucking. I was gonna say Bernie Sanders, but our old VP there.
Biden?
Yeah.
Where I'm like holding my fucking dentures in?
Well, no, you just had that turn. Like He's gonna put you all back in chains. So the way you said that
Oh,
made me
my
think
God.
of,
Dude,
of
I felt
Biden
bad for him because the last fucking debate he did start it. He closed it with have your kids.
This is awesome.
I don't think Biden has any chance of actually
No
beating
way.
Trump. If he got like the nomination, he'd have no chance of getting Trump, which is why I don't think he's going to get the nomination.
Listen.
There's a reason why Obama hasn't backed him yet.
PolitiFact Texas is where this is at. I just clicked on the first link. PolitiFact Texas.
.com.
And this is the question. You ready for this?
Put your sources out there.
It's PolitiFact. Well, I only did it because it's funny. PolitiFact. It's PolitiFact.com. This happens to be PolitiFact Texas specifically. And the question is, does Beto O'Rourke's criminal record mean he can't buy a gun?
Yes. And that's exactly what I wanted to fucking point out.
That was my
Motherfucker
favorite.
cannot buy a gun.
That is definitely my favorite thing right there. I just wanted to read that. That's it. This is But anyway,
they don't go over his record on that fucking article.
It says DWI. There was a burglary arrest and there was a DWI
He wasn't
arrest,
convicted in the burglary,
but it was dismissed.
Dismissed, not even. Oh man!
He says,
"How do you?"
He describes it as jumping a fence on the campus at the University of Texas at El Paso, and for driving while intoxicated. Those are the two things he ended up getting.
Oh, he got it all at once.
He was first arrested in May 1995.
Motherfucker fleed from a fucking stop. That's what. Hold up. He got pulled over.
Hold on. May 1995.
Hold up. From what I'm hearing, hold up. I want to fucking jump in.
This is not all one. That's why he's about to give the dates.
There's more. The dates.
It didn't happen all at once.
Well, I was about to fucking interject here, and you want to be the fucking political correct guy over here, Dillon.
Yeah,
I want to fucking say, motherfucker got pulled over, jumps out of the car, jumps over a fence, and fucking evaded.
95 was the campus thing. 98 was the drinking. So yeah, there was two different dates on that.
3-year gap.
1995, the UTEP campus for attempted forcible entry, according to a copy of the police report provided by O'Rourke's campaign in 2018. The charge fell under the burglary portion of the state penal code. So he jumped a fence, and they charged him for burglary because that's what they would charge for jumping the fence.
And then a judge backed it down.
Because he was just a stupid drunk college kid, but basically what it was.
Right.
And then in September 1998, O'Rourke was arrested and charged with driving while intoxicated in Anthony, a small town outside of El Paso.
But he hit a guy. They didn't put that in there?
A witness told police officers they observed O'Rourke's driving at high speed before losing control of his car and striking a truck. According to a police report, the incident. O'Rourke then attempted to drive away, but the witness stopped him, according to the report. Probably stopped him forcibly. Anyway, law enforcement, this is in Texas.
Fucking took his keys out of the ignition. That's what he did.
I said law enforcement arrived and arrested O'Rourke, recording that he scored a... I love how they call it scored. This is a score, by the way. He scored a .136 and .134 on a breathalyzer test. He's getting up there, boy.
Motherfucker hit level 2. He turned that multiplier by 2.
He said the state legal limit at the time was .110 was the state legal limit.
Oh shit!
O'Rourke was charged.
Boys, we're going to Texas.
That's back in the day. That was in the 90s. It's gone now.
No fucking way. We need to look this up.
Here's what kind of gets me though. He was way above the legal limit. He was definitely caught driving, and he struck a truck, but he got away with a charge of a misdemeanor crime of DWI.
Lawyered.
But the charge was dismissed after he completed a misdemeanor diversion program.
Yeah.
How come out? I mean,
you didn't have good lawyers.
He was a college fucking frat boy that had
That's
good
what it
lawyers.
Was. He had good lawyers. Family probably had some money, or just simply because he was a...
Amazing when two parents work together.
What's his actual name?
There's the proof right there when you have two parents.
It's really important. What was his actual name? He has the Beto's not his real fucking name.
Yeah, Beto's not his real name.
Yeah,
his name was he changed
Why does he
it
call
to
himself Beto though?
But he thought it would be
makes him sound more Hispanic.
But it doesn't, and that's a bad thing. Roberto is a Hispanic name that he went to.
Robert Francis O'Rourke is his name.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with Beto.
Robert, Your Honor, is a good, young, upstanding citizen who just happened to make one bad mistake.
He's in the background. He's in the background like going, yo, it's Beto.
No,
it's Robert. Okay, Robert is an outstanding citizen. It's Beto.
He's in the background in a suit and tie with the head down with his hands at his fucking...
And looking really sad, like I'm so sorry for drinking and driving and hitting another person because I'm a fucking
Your Honor,
idiot.
this is a good... I mean, this man has a lot of potential for society.
Fucking A.
Congressional District United States House
Robert Francis.
Hey, by all means, everybody fucks up, and I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
So
I'm not dogging it for it, but don't act like you're fucking
we're dogging
innocent.
him for it. Fuck you.
Fuck yeah.
Trying to take our freedoms, go fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
Oh, that's so. I hate hearing it. It makes me cringe to hear somebody go, "Yeah, we're gonna come after your what? I don't. You can put anything you want in there.
AR-15.
We're gonna come after your car.
pussy.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
We're gonna come after your house. Fuck you. We're gonna come after your freedom.
We're gonna come
Fuck you.
steal your property.
We're gonna come steal your property. Fuck you. That's not how this shit works, buddy. This is motherfucking United States of America.
You know what we should post is that fucking picture that I sent you guys with the AK-47 out of my dead cold hands.
Out of my dead,
God.
Yeah, that was solid, dude.
cold hands. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that was another wonderful episode. Dude, it's so fucking awesome, man. I love doing this shit.
Felt good. Good.
Yeah, it always feels good to get this on the chest, talk about this shit, get everybody openly involved in this, and I hope that everybody that's listening right now can kind of get a better understanding of what's going on out there, and that we could give you at least a better approach to it. If not a better approach, at least our train of thought. So it's awesome. So anyway, we've got Dave Cabal from CabalUSA.co.
Hey, folks, I do want to touch bases on as far as holsters and stickers. If you go on the website, you get a coupon code if you sign up, and it's free shipping. So you can get a sticker as low as $8 to $5.
How about those mag carriers?
Ooh, yeah, there's mag carriers on the website. No, it's on the website.
We got a live?
They're live.
Good. Well, I picked
They're
up a
live.
few for myself. I'll try to put up a review online.
Tourniquet holders as well for the cat.
Oh my God,
tourniquet.
yeah.
Yep.
Those things are fucking fire. I fucking love those
I'm putting
things.
one of those on my gear too.
Those are injected molded, so I
Nice.
fucking love it. So it can withstand heat.
I've got clear malfunction.
Thank you for listening, folks. You want something? Work your ass off for it.
We are missing Chase, but he's in our thoughts always. I am the Nitro Panda. Don't forget to go to covertstandard.com. Check out everything on there. All of our videos, all of the links that you need will be on that website. You could also look us up on all social media platforms on every one of those names we just dropped you as well. So make sure you go check us out. And yeah, that's it.
Oh, wait. Hold up, dude. Hold up. Just in.
But
survival of the fittest.
There's more.
What does that mean, Freddy?
So have a good night.
Oh, my God. Stay tuned till next time.
So I've gotten him sucked into Resident Evil 2. Now I gotta get David sucked into Resident Evil.
It might not happen.